Hi, I'm Felicia.
And I'm Giancarlo.
And this is our review of
Run, Fight, or Die. And that's interestingly enough, my brother just came back from honeymoon, right?
That's true.
So now he's got the married life.
Yeah.
Which is a perfect tie-in to this game. Run, fight, or die.
I think he's gonna run or die because nobody wants to fight Jessica.
Nobody wants. I'm terrified of Jessica. Check this out. You see her? What does that say?
8th Summit.
Yeah, because if my brother ever chooses not to fight or die, he's gonna have to run not only to the first summit, the second summit, or the 7th summit. It's not far enough. He's gonna have to go to the 8th summit.
Oh my god, that is fucking brilliant.
I'm gonna have to. I'd rather be fighting zombies personally than
Look
have a
at
married
this
life.
chick. Oh my god, she must be like 16 years old. Her and her German Shepherd are getting shit done. Look at that.
That's a geek right there that knows her shit.
Yeah.
Like,
this girl plays the games. video
Yeah,
games, all
she
that
knows.
crap. She watches
knows,
Walking Dead.
She knows how to
She
kill
has a manual,
them. And yeah.
Zombieland, all that crap.
The artwork's actually really good in this game.
Yeah,
It's
this is
pretty
cool. In Run, Fight, or Die, a press your luck game, players are trying to survive a zombie apocalypse while escaping with the most valued followers. In the box you'll find 4 action boards with 3 zones which you'll give to each player, 6 character boards which each player will randomly choose one and place at the bottom of their action boards, receive any bonuses the characters give you, if any, 7 custom dice, which you'll give all the whites and the gray one to the starting player, placing the black one aside, 60 male and female zombie miniatures, which each player will place 4 on zone 3, 3 on zone 2, and 2 on zone 1. Place the rest in a pool to form the reserve. Shuffle all the cards from respective decks made up of 25 followers, 18 locations, 16 loots, 16 events, 16 fleeing, and 24 mutant boss cards. 1 big mutant boss token with 25 wound tokens worth 1 victory point each, 25 wound tokens which you'll place in a pool, and 1 double-sided actions and event guides. Escape with the most victory points at the end game without being eaten, and you'll win, run, fight, or die.
Each round consists of 4 phases, always in this order: action phase, zombie advance phase, hunt phase, and check endgame conditions. Let's look at these closer, as these themselves have further steps players need to take. In action phase, the players will roll all the dice besides the black one unless an effect says to roll it. Once done, the first thing to happen is event resolution. This is the gray die, and you must apply its effects according to what you rolled. You'll find those effects on the guide. They have 50% good and 50% bad effects. Next, players have 2 rerolls allowed and can reroll any dice they want except the ones that rolled the zombie icon, unless an effect allows you to do so or you take a fleeing card. Fleeing cards are generally bad, mostly adding zombies to your board, but you might want to press your luck to reroll those pesky zombie dice anyways. You can do this either during your first reroll and or your second reroll. By your third roll, you need to keep all the dice rolled. Let's look at these in turn.
The orange baseball bat will kill 2 zombies in your zone 1. The green gun icon will only kill 1 zombie, but can be fired in zone 1, 2, or 3. The run icon will allow you to move 1 zombie from one zone to another zone 1 zone further away. If you choose a zombie in zone 3, he gets moved to the reserve. These are well denoted on the action boards as a reminder of where they can be used. Now both the brown search for followers and blue book of the dead icons will get you different effects based on the number you rolled. The more, the better rewarded. These are all listed on the guide. They range from drawing loots, events, followers, healing, removing all zombies from a zone, or stealing a follower from another player. Lastly, the red zombie icon will add an extra zombie in the hunt phase, which we'll get to in a bit. Now, as we've said, you can reroll these with effect, but you might want to press your luck and try to achieve your character's dice combo, which is listed on your character board. If this occurs, you'll get to the dice combo effect and apply the usage of each die effect as well. Once the player is content with any rolls or re-rolls and apply their effects in any order he chooses, we move on to the zombie advance phase.
Now all remaining zombies on the active player's action board move forward 1 zone. If they move into character boards, the player will put 1 wound token for each zombie that entered this way. If a character receives wounds equal to or greater than their health total, they die and the game immediately goes to final scoring. If not, the game continues and we move into the mutant zombie attack step if the mutant boss is active. He may become active through event cards, location cards, or fling cards, and will come in with a number of wound tokens depending on the number of players. He'll attack the active player by revealing the mutant zombie boss cards and resolving the effect. If the zombie boss was active, the active player can try to kill him during the dice phase. The most common way would be to use gun icons on it. For every gun you keep, you may choose to shoot it and take one of his zombie wound tokens. These will also give you 1 VP at the end of the game. So shoot that sucker. Once the zombie advance phase is done, we move to the hunt phase.
Here, the active player will add 3 zombies to his zone 3 unless he managed to roll All is Quiet. Then he'll also add 1 extra zombie for each of the zombie icons he kept at the end of his rolls. All is Quiet cannot prevent these ones from being summoned. We finally move on to the check endgame conditions. These can happen several ways. A player with 5 followers can declare a final round, in which each player does one last turn including the player who declared the final round. Then we move on to the final scoring. Alternatively, you'll move to final scoring immediately if a character dies, if the town line card is drawn and the conditions are met, or all 20 mutant tokens have been rewarded. Final scoring will have you add all those tokens, plus the VPs your followers give you. The player with the most wins.
Now, before we move to final thoughts, let's look at some of the cards. Followers will give you VPs, as we said, but their value will depend on if they help or hinder you during the game. The ones that help will have a green icon on them, but will be worth less, whilst the ones with the red icons will give you a penalty, but be worth more. Loots are always good. Some come with counters for multiple use, whilst others are one-shots. Events are always a surprise, and locations will, for the most part, help you. They can give you bonuses right away and or give you bonuses on your following turn. It's important to note, though, that you can only ever draw 1 location per turn. Fleeing cards will almost certainly give you a negative effect, but sometimes it's worth it as you need to deal with the imminent threat and hopefully deal with whatever effects they give you on a later turn. And of course, all mutant boss cards are negative.
Run, Fight or Die is a press-your-luck game that quickly reminded us of King of Tokyo with zombies. Pretty cool already. The artwork is very well done and fitting to the theme, and the components are top-notch from thick boards as opposed to flimsy ones. And not only are the miniatures sturdy as well, but they're detailed, have variety between male and females, and there's quite a bit of them as well. The rulebook is superb, full of great artwork, and categorized for easy reference, as well as the guide for easy access. We appreciate very much the details that went into this. Now sometimes, with all good intentions, the dice are just not with you, or what you draw either. So luck does play a huge factor in this game, and there is still little to mitigate it. Yes, you can re-roll, but many times, you just don't roll what you need to save you from dying. Also, player interaction is solely based on what you draw or roll. It also feels like there's a bit of downtime between players, as it's more of a solitary type mechanic during each active player's turn. But that said, the turns do pass by fairly quickly. Even at 4 players, that it doesn't become unbearable. The game does play fairly quickly though, once you know it. The theme is well represented with the mechanics, and the solo mode is always a huge plus for solitary players. Run, Fight or Die will get an extra half point because we enjoyed it for a total of 7.5 out of 10.